If you're constantly battling that left shoulder hurting because you're benching, then you should probably try this mobility. What I've noticed throughout training my clients over the years is that hitting plateaus isn't usually due to a lack of strength. A lot of times it's due to limited mobility or weaker muscles that we really neglect too much that lead to injury or overuse and overtraining. A lot of times that is what's holding most people back. So all my clients are doing mobility work now to make sure that they're getting stronger and moving better, which ultimately is going to make them a better athlete, make them stronger, make them feel better in and out of the gym. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. What you need to do this routine is a PVC pipe or a broomstick, a foam roller, like this one, and a light band, like this. Starting with band pull-aparts to warm up and wake up that upper back. All you're gonna wanna do is take a light band and separate them. I like to twist my knuckles and try to get my palms to face the sky, just to get a little bit of external rotation of the shoulders and fire them up a little bit more. Again, this is going to be a little challenging. You're gonna get a decent pump and your heart rate's probably gonna get up. We're gonna go 3 sets of 15 reps here. I lost count. I'm gonna say that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then we'll just take like a 30-second rest, if that. Let everything rest, and then we'll go right back into another set. This is activating the traps, the lower traps, because we're trying not to shrug, the rhomboids, and some of the rotator cuff muscles. It's gonna help with external rotation. And these are very small muscles that are usually neglected. You don't need much weight to hit these. Like, I'm struggling right now. And y'all can't see, but I'm shaking a little bit because my delts, my rear delts and everything on my upper backside is starting to cramp up. There's a lot of blood flow going in there. That's 3 sets, 15. Don't sleep on the smaller muscles. All right, what's next? Next is shoulder cars. A shoulder car, or any joint car, stands for controlled articulated rotation. Very fancy word to just say you're taking that joint through its full range of motion, nice and controlled. So for the shoulders, what we're gonna wanna do is imagine that you're carrying a plate and you have food on it that you wanna keep up towards the ceiling. So we're gonna take our hand, externally rotate it, bring it as high up as we can until we reach our limiting position. We're gonna rotate our hand internally and now go back, 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 back. And now this hand is still facing this direction. So now we're gonna go back up here. We're gonna find another sticking point, and now I'm gonna rotate my hand outwards again. And that's 1. Again, very small movement, but you can hear me breathing heavy because I have to work really hard to keep all those really small rotator cuff muscles engaged, and externally rotating my hands and my shoulder and internally rotating it and taking it through its full active range of motion. You might hear a little bit of popping, a little bit of creaking. That's totally normal. Holy crap, I think that's 3. Here. We'll go 1 more. Nice and controlled. Oh. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Wow. My entire shoulder is cramping up and I'm sweating like crazy off that. If you have 2 arms, you're gonna wanna do both of them, obviously. So we're gonna do the same exact thing for the other side. Here, show you a front view also. Palm facing up, as high as we can go. Once you reach that block, then you can internally rotate, bring it back. Once you reach that block, oh, you can push through that one actually. On the way up, you'll reach a block, and you're gonna wanna externally rotate again. That's 1. All right, that's 2. Nice and controlled. You wanna make sure to not be hyperextending that lower back just to get like a wider range of motion. Don't do this just because you think you're stretching it more. Keep everything tight here and straight, and then make all the movement come from the shoulder itself. That's 3. And you're fighting, you're flexing those delt muscles, you're flexing the rotator cuff muscles to make them work. Re-engage them, light them up. 1 more. Here. Oh, this one's popping like crazy. Rotate. Woo. And that's 5 each side. Those are shoulder cars. I'm cooked. Is that good? All right, next is going to be protracted wall slides. What you're gonna wanna do is come up to the wall, maybe about a foot distance from it. You're gonna place your elbows about 90 degrees onto the wall. And all you're focusing on doing is you wanna push yourself away from the wall, okay? Not a tricep extension, we're pushing through the elbows, and it's a very small motion. I don't know, Los, if you can see this on the camera. We're just simply pushing my body away. Here I'm pushing myself away, here I'm not. Here I'm pushing myself away. And while we do that, we want to try to crank our hands wide open. I'll even have my thumbs like this, and we're just gonna go up. That's 1. Again, it looks like nothing. It's so much harder than it looks. Two more. 1 more. Oh. Woo, everything is cramping up on that. The next one is prone swimmers. We're gonna go 3 sets of 10 here. Again, as you'll see, the main focus of this entire workout is to strengthen all the back muscles and the back rotator cuff muscles because they're usually weak as hell on most people. So, dog hurt my mouth, sorry. We're gonna put our hands on our back like we're getting arrested. And then what we're gonna think is we're trying to get our elbows and our hands as high up to the ceiling as we possibly can throughout the whole motion, okay? So here, elbows to the ceiling, hands to the ceiling, and now I'm gonna bring them overhead. That's 1. 2. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm shaking. I'm sweating. That's exactly what you want. 3. 4. 1 more. Woo! 5. Holy hell, that's so much harder than it looks. So next, this is the thread the needle with an overhead reach. So what we're gonna do is put our hand in front of us as far as we can, and then we're gonna take the opposite hand and we're just gonna reach as far as we can, and then come back up. You're gonna reach as far as you can. Try to not let your butt go way behind your knees and also way in front of them. Just try to keep them right above your knees, your hips right above your knees. Okay, that's 3. All right, other side. And what you'll notice is as I warm up, my hand naturally, my back will open up as I start to warm up through the movement. So I'll start somewhere here, reach. Got a little shoulder popping. Got a good sweat going. I'm feeling good. So the crab is something that you see those little girls do. They look like the fucking Exorcist. You know what I'm talking about? So something like this. This is a crab position, okay? So what we're gonna do with the crab reach is, the reason this works so well is because it's teaching you to stay rigid and keep your core tight while also forcing your body into a lengthened position, like your muscles are getting stretched at the same time, which is, guess what? Exactly what you need at the bottom of a squat, at the bottom of a deadlift, at the bottom of a bench. You need to learn to keep a strong core while all your muscles are going through the lengthened position. So that's why everything we're doing right now is super important. So we're gonna get into a crab position. Now that my shoulders are opened up, this feels really good. Usually I wouldn't be able to do this because my shoulders and my chest are so tight. I'd be like right here, like I can't open up. But because we did everything beforehand, we got warmed up for this, what we're gonna do is go onto one hand, and we're gonna reach, try to twist open. And then we're gonna go to the other side. We're pushing our hips to the ceiling, and we're reaching our hand back. So now I'm stretching, I'm learning great shoulder stabilization. Oh. That's 2, 3. In the fitness industry, these are called more animal flows because you're flowing like a fucking wild animal, like a monkey out there. I don't know why this is called the crab, but I guess I look like a crab from the side. That's 3 each side. We'll go 5. It's 4. One more. Oh, that feels good. I feel that all throughout like the entire side of my body. Woo! That is the crab reach. Next we got scapular push-ups. You're gonna wanna get your hands beneath your shoulders. If a push-up position is too difficult, like if doing this is too hard, then you can stay on your knees and do almost like a knee push-up style. But instead of doing the full push-up with our arms, again, all we're gonna do is use our shoulder blades to shrug. We're gonna use our traps. So I'm gonna push the earth away from me, go as high as I can, and then I'm gonna let gravity sink me down, trying to keep the elbows as straight as I can. If they bend a little bit, that's okay, just try to keep them straight. I'm gonna push the earth away from me, okay? So if you're on your knees, it's easier. If you go on your feet, it's harder. I'm gonna go sets of 5. I'm gonna push away as hard as I can, and then sink down. And then push. And then sink down. It's 3. 4. 5. Woo! Mommy's home. Okay, now we get to just chill and do some nice stretches. Now that we're all warmed up, we're gonna hold a couple stretches for a little bit, okay? All right, y'all, we're gonna do the bench lat stretch. I'm using a couch cushion right now. You can use a bench at the gym. You can use, I don't know, a bench anywhere, a box, anything that's gonna get you a pretty decent height, about hip level when you're on your knees. It could be a little bit higher if it needs to. It doesn't need to be perfect. And then you need your PVC pipe or your broomstick. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put my elbows on the bench. I'm gonna inch my knees back until I feel a good stretch. And now while my elbows are locked into position, I'm gonna try to bring them a little bit closer. And this is gonna force my arms into external rotation. So now we're just gonna hold this stretch for a minute. And what we're gonna do is with every exhale, I want you to sink your chest closer to the ground beneath you. All right, here's another angle so you can see my wrist to my elbow ratio. Right now they're perfectly straight up. I want you to inch your hands outwards and turn those arms outwards a little bit. And now you're just gonna keep sinking in and letting gravity do the work for you. Hopefully you guys can see that in the camera. You see that? Can you tell that they're outwards a little bit? All right, so here you can see that my wrists are a little outside of my elbows. Not very much, guys. We just wanna get some external rotation on those arms. And you're gonna feel this really deep in the lats, even in the shoulders a little bit. And just try to relax with it. Perfect. Oh, come out slow, because that feels good and painful at the same time. All right, y'all, now is the doorway stretch for the pecs. Now you have two different options here. I'm gonna show you both. The single arm doorway stretch, what you're gonna want to do is go up to your doorway, make a 90-degree angle here at the elbow, make a 90-degree between the upper arm and the torso, and then with that same side foot, just step forward and rotate away from it. Now, we wanna focus on not shrugging that shoulder up to get more range of motion. You wanna keep those shoulder blades down. And you're gonna feel a big stretch here in the pec. We're gonna hold this for 1 minute again. We're just relaxing. Might feel like a little bit of a workout for your core and your legs again. But with every exhale, just try to sink a little bit further and rotate a little bit deeper. All right. So that's the single arm. You could also do the double arm doorway stretch, which is going to be doing both at the same time. And then you can try to walk through. And again, don't shrug up, keep everything down and tight, and you're gonna feel a big stretch. You might even feel it deep in the shoulder socket. I'm just gonna stick with the single arm today. Could actually use a doorway to help with your rotation too. Oh, perfect. All right. And that is the doorway pec stretch. That's it. That's simple. You can do it anywhere. All right, y'all. Now is the thoracic spine openers on the foam roller. So grab your foam roller. You can use whatever kind you want. You can use a bumpy one like me, the softer ones, the PVC ones. You're gonna wanna put it right in the middle of your back, just between your shoulder blades, essentially. And then what you can do is either A, put your hands behind your head here, and we're just gonna sit here for 2 minutes, and we're just going to let it open up and let gravity do all the work for us. Once you feel like you've reached your full point on one vertebrae, then you can move down just a tiny bit to the next vertebrae. And just breathe and do it again. You could also mess around with arm positioning. You can reach overhead if you'd like. You can hug yourself if you'd like. I find that doing behind my head just lets me relax a little bit more, because I don't have to worry about holding my heavy ass head up. And also the weight of my head pulls me into more extension. I'm gonna go down one more vertebrae. All right. I'm nice and lax now. That's it, y'all. That is the end of the routine. Finishing up with that very relaxing opener of the thoracic spine. Whew. All right, and that is my full upper body mobility routine. It's been helping me with my chest pain and just giving me better posture and making me feel stronger in the gym overall. Now, if you feel like you need something a little more customized for yourself, whether it's training protocol, mobility protocol, or nutrition, just hit the link in the description below to apply for our one-on-one coaching at Silverback Strength. I'm the head coach, obviously, so you'll be working directly with me. At the very minimum, you can get your free consultation call. We can see where you're currently at, what you need to do, and point you in the right direction, even if you decide not to sign up with us. That's it. I'll see you guys in the next one.